So doctors sometimes say that the demand for circumcision comes from the parents, but that's not true in my case. The doctor came and pitched it to me. If he never pitched it to me, I never would have thought of it. So then I realized there's fraud in the hospital, fraudulent conduct. So as I mentioned, my wife was out of it. She was legally incompetent, and they didn't even ask for her permission. So they single out the fathers, knowing that the mothers are out of it. They also only give you a couple minutes to decide. And, you know, doctors speak with authority. We defer to them. They have superior knowledge of medicine. Lay people don't know anything about it. So if a doctor suggests that maybe you want to have your son circumcised, it makes it sound like it's medicine. So by giving you only a few minutes to decide, that's duress. They're putting you under duress. Your consent is not fully informed and freely obtained. If fully informed, freely obtained consent would begin with talking about circumcision in pregnancy early on, not surprising you with it in the hospital. And then later I learned from Intact America that on average, nurses, usually nurses, not doctors, pitch circumcision 8 times. Can you imagine? So that means they go to the parents, say, would you like your son circumcised, without telling them what it is. And the parents say no, and then they pressure them 7 more times. So to avoid being circumcised, the parents have to have the fortitude, the intelligence, the foresight to go against the entire grain of the culture and the pressure from the doctors and the fact that the father may be circumcised, you know, in the United States. So that's fraudulent conduct in the hospital. So then I realized it's medical fraud. So that it's medical fraud in 2 ways. Doctors claim benefits, well, where there aren't any. In other words, they say it's good for the health of the boy. And then on the other hand, they portray it as the painless, harmless snip of a useless piece of skin. So they're telling you that the benefits outweigh the risks. Of course, they don't tell you what the risks are. So the opposite is true. That's why it's medical fraud. So it's painful. It risks more than 50 complications. It can be fatal. It harms all boys and men. It removes the most sensitive part of the penis. It's not de minimis. It removes half of the penile tissue. It affects men's sex lives. If you lose half of the nerves in the penis, it's a tautology. It's obvious. It's irrefutable that you lose sensation. And the American Academy of Pediatrics knows that. There was a debate by Steven Svoboda against them, and one of the doctors said, yes, we concede that it removes nerves, but we feel that it doesn't make any difference, and somehow something else makes up for it. Well, this is just BS. That isn't science.